Welcome to a video in the quest series of Games Programming Fitness. We're going to do the quest called The Lost Tribe, and it's part of the quest series that you need to unlock to get the Soul Split curse, which is what I'm currently working towards. So I'm going to talk it through and even give it a go at voice acting the various characters, which will be very silly, so look out for that. So, we want to start the quest, and where we have to head to for that is Lumbridge. So we use the Lumbridge lodestone and pop over to where you begin the game. Once arriving in Lumbridge, we head into the Lumbridge Castle. Note that we have a light source here, the oil lantern, and 2 lockpicks and some runes so that we can defeat any enemies that we may face. Let's climb the stairs. And, as the arrow indicates, we want to speak to Duke Horatio. At this point, I miss him, because I'm clearly not paying attention to the NPCs on the screen. So I think, is he on the roof? Clearly not. Let's go back down and check again. Oh yes, there he is. And we talk to Sigmund to kick off this quest. And we say, do you have any quests for me? There was recently some damage to the castle, but I think some kind of monsters are to blame. The Lost Tribe. Accept the quest. You should ask other people around the town if they saw anything. Okay, so clearly that's how we need to progress with this quest. Ask around the town to see if anybody saw anything. Let's talk to Duke Horatio. What happened in the cellar? The wall collapsed. Oh, well, the wall collapsed, eh? Fair enough. Let's check again. The wall collapsed because of an earthquake. Right, okay. So the wall has collapsed because of an earthquake, but that doesn't really tell us what actually happened. How about we go and talk to this cook? Clearly, if the wall underneath that collapsed was underneath the kitchen, maybe the cook heard something. Hello, friend. How is the adventuring going? What happened to the castle? Good question. Do you know what happened in... Oh no, it's terrible, isn't it? There was rock dust everywhere. So he doesn't know what happened. Okay, let's try asking Hans. Hans in the Lumbridge Castle courtyard. Maybe he knows. Hello, what are you doing here? Do you know what happened in the castle cellar? The wall collapsed. I had to spend all day clearing it up. Okay, so he doesn't know. He just knows that it collapsed. Let's try Father in the church over here. Father Eric. You've got rid of that ghost, haven't you? Thank you so much. I don't have any money, but how about I change your gravestone? Well, this is irrelevant to the quest, so let's push past this nonsense. He wants to change my gravestone. No thank you. I'll come back another day for that. Right. Do you know what happened in the castle cellar? It's a shame, isn't it? The castle is even older than this church. It's so terrible. Well, clearly he doesn't know either. Not very useful. Now we have to find somebody else that may know what happened inside the castle cellar. Let's try Bob. Bob knows everything, and he repairs everything. Do you know what happened to the castle cellar? Last night I was in the kitchen and I heard a noise from the cellar. I looked a bit like a goblin was there. He had big bulging eyes. It wasn't wearing armour. The tunnel was too dark for me to follow it, so I went to tell the Duke, but when we went to the cellar, the hole had been blocked up. Thank you for believing me. If you can convince the Duke telling the truth, then we may be able to solve the problem. Fair enough. Okay, so Bob knew some information. Very handy. Thank you, Bob. Let's go back and tell Sigmund what we have learned. Okay, back with Sigmund. Can I help you? Bob says he saw something in the cellar with big bulging eyes. A goblin? This validates my suspicion. What about Duke Horatio? Bob says he saw something in the cellar. Yes, he mentioned that to me, but I think he was imagining things. Goblins live in natural caves, but everyone knows... Ooh, yes, Your Grace, but if there is any... I think we should at least investigate. Your Grace is the adventurer who defeated the dragon Elvarg. You should listen to him. Very well. I give you permission to investigate this mystery. Okay, good. So, Sigmund and Duke Horatio want me to investigate what happened here in this cave. Well, let's go and have a look, shall we? Down the stairs, and into the kitchen, and into the cellar. And let's have a wee look-see. Okay. Now, I see the rubble there. Ooh, look, a cabbage and some spiders. Well, not leaving without the cabbage. Not part of the quest, but a cabbage is a cabbage. Let's take out that spider. Oh my goodness. That has just completed my daily challenge. Interesting spider. Okay. Let's mine this rubble. Rubble on the double. We've made a small tunnel. That seems like a good thing. Let's squeeze through. A brooch. Or brooch. That's got to be part of this. Got to be something useful about that. So this takes us into the Lumbridge Swamp. And you can mine that to open up the pathway, but I don't really want to go into the swamp. But I might as well open up that gateway for next time I might need it, now that I'm down here. There we are. Let's not go through. Let's go east. I think. No. In fact, I think I should go and take this brooch up to somebody and check if they know what this might mean. Let's head back up. A stone brooch with a symbol on it. Oh, what could that mean? Let's try going back up to Sigmund and Horatio. Grab a mind rune. I'll take a free mind rune. And let's chat to Duke Horatio, see if he understands. Oh, what? Nope, the door is shut. Open that door. Right. I dug through the rubble and I found a tunnel. On the ground I found this brooch. I've never seen anything like that before. It is unknown to me, Your Grace, but the fact it is here is enough to prove Bob's story. It must have been dropped by a goblin. I've never heard of a goblin wearing a brooch. Then it has to have been stolen. But it was not stolen from us. It doesn't matter. Goblins are everything to do with this. Horrible thieving goblins. First we should wipe out the goblins over the river, and then we can march on Goblin Village. So Sigmund wants to take out the goblins. But Duke Horatio says, I don't know about that. Steady on, pal. We better check first. That seems like a good idea. He suggests we go and speak to the librarian in Varrock, and maybe he will know some extra details about this brooch. So we use the Varrock lodestone, and we run north to the castle. Look at that brooch. Wonderful. Okay, we arrive into the castle. Oh! I spy a penguin in the castle, in a box. Well, that's useful. We want to go after that penguin. So, let's go and find the penguin, so that we can get our penguin points. Okay, it was in here, in the kitchen. I don't see it anywhere. Where is that box? It was moving around. The door isn't open, so it didn't come out here. You see, it's actually hiding. Where is the penguin? I literally just saw it moving around in here. This is bizarre. Oh. I think there it is. That's clever. That penguin was hiding like Solid Snake in the box. Well, after all of that, I've already spotted this penguin spy, so that was a bit of a waste of time, but nevertheless, let's go to the library and speak to Reldo. Ask about the brooch. I've never seen that symbol before. Where did you find it? In a cave. That's strange. A goblin may have dropped it. I've never heard of a goblin carrying a brooch, but I found a goblin book the other day, so why don't you have a look in the goblin book? Well, let's go and grab that goblin book. Let's have a read of this goblin book. A history of the goblin race. Goblins don't name their gods. The legends also speak of goblins fighting against goblins during the wars. Although goblins are still warlike, it is probable that in earlier ages, I see, they would become upset if you and violent under the direct commanding of their gods. This is corroborated by finds unearthed at various archaeological sites. Almost every piece of ancient goblin equipment has one of a number of symbols on it, and by correlating these symbols together with our sketchy records, we can try to understand what it means. The separate identities of the tribes have long since dissolved. No goblins remember the symbols, although their generals may still recognize the ancient tribal names. So these are the symbols, and so far this is how we understand what the symbols actually mean. So that's our brooch symbol. Let's go and have a look at that symbol, see if we can find it. Aha! Dorgashun. Goblins of the strong spears. So that's what we're dealing with here. The symbol of Dorgashun tribe looks like the symbol of the brooch I just found. Good stuff. Thank you, Relic. We have found the type of goblin we are dealing with. Well, we need to go to the goblin village. Figure out if they know about this type of goblin. And where is the goblin village? Oh, just north of Falador. So let's use the Falador lodestone and go and try to find these silly goblins. Okay, having arrived in Falador, we run north until we get to the goblin village, and then at the very top end of this village are the commanders, and the commanders are the ones that we are targeting here to ask them questions to see if they can help us understand a little bit more about this brooch and Dorgashun. Let's talk to General Bentnose. Have you ever heard of Dorgashun? Ah, he has. General Wartface understands who that is. Oh, and Bentnose doesn't agree with him. A beardy short people, he says. I don't think it really matters. They have heard of it, and that's what's important. So Wartface doesn't agree with Bentnose, and they go back and forth. And back and forth. Okay, well, basically the goblins didn't want to fight for their gods, right? So they actually agree. Anyway, let's keep going. The god wanted to turn the insides of the goblins to stone because he didn't want to fight for them. So he put them into a cave. It says warp face, and Bent Nose doesn't agree. Well, I found a brooch, and it was underground in a cave. Bent Nose doesn't think it's a... but neither of them think it's a goblin bit of jewellery. Well, he says that if you found them, then we should meet them with a victory dance. Or a goblin salute. Well, let's learn both of these new greetings. Warp face. Oh, that's a wonderful little dance he does. And a salute. Here we are. Thank you. Alright then. Thanks, chaps. I suppose we better go and go back to Lumbridge. Tell this updated information to the important people that are sending me on this quest. So we arrive back into Lumbridge, and we want to go back up to Duke Horatio and Sigmund. We've arrived up. Guess what? The door's shut again. That door. Okay. Let's update Dukey. Well, spoke to the goblins. And clearly Sigmund thinks this is proof enough. He hates these goblins, and Duke Horatio says, well, maybe we're right. We should send word out to the tribes. Okay. Well, I suppose we better go deeper into this cave. Figure out what's happened here. There's that mind rune again. Oh, I can't believe I didn't pick it up. Yeah, go past another cabbage here. Okay, so now I want to look at these symbols and follow the map. So we've got a strange symbol here. Well, let's go and check our wee book. That book should tell us what the symbol means. Okay, inside the book, looking for those two arrows. It's goblins of the east. So let's head east. Another symbol. Well, that's goblins of the east again, but let's just double check. There's another symbol coming up. Let's check that. It's like a loop with a dot in the middle. That's goblins of the north. So we'll head north. Over this carcass. Another symbol. That's like a piece of a loop and a dot. Followed by another symbol. Another one of the same thing. Looks like somebody kind of doing a bad plank with a ball on their shoulder. And then we have the goblins of the north. So we want to head west, then north. And bear in mind, if we go the wrong way, we could fall through a cave shaft. We wouldn't want to do that. So we've got to keep going and always be looking and wary for any symbols written onto stones so that we take the correct path through this cave. Ah, another symbol. That's a square. And the square means go south. So let's head south. Past these ominous looking bones. Looking for more symbol. There's another symbol. That's almost a badly drawn circle, but it's goblins of the east again. So we head east. Finding another symbol. And that looks like the loop with the dot round, which is go north. Followed by another symbol, which is go north again. Yep, let's keep going. north and around this loop here. What will we find at the end of this path? That's the question. Any more symbols floating around? There we go. Here's a symbol that looks like the plank. And the plank is go west. Yes it is. West we go. Really stumbling over this one. Here we go. Looking for, don't want to fall into any traps around here. I've come a long way. Okay, I can't see any other symbols there, so let's just loop round. There's a symbol. That looks like the badly drawn circle, which means go east, so we'll head east here. And there's another symbol, which is the circle with a loop on it, which is north, so that we can go around this northern bend again. Okay. Through more boned carcasses. They look like they're holding up the ceiling, actually. Okay. As we go around looking for more symbols on the wall. Don't want to put a foot wrong now. Aha! There's another symbol. That's a square. By memory, that is go south. It is. So at this point we head south. Now there's a branch on to the south. We can go right here, but we've got another symbol, which is another square, which is go south again. So I guess I go south one more time. But there's a symbol here too, which is the circle with a dot on it, which is go north. So that says go south, and the other one says go north. I'm going to go south. That's the direction I came from. So I loop round this southern passage, and then I've got my badly drawn circle, which is goblins of the east. So we head east, and now we're getting some activity. Okay, so we should be able to find an NPC that can help us in here. Somebody that we can talk to. There's Mystig. Mystig the goblin. Maybe I should try doing my goblin bow or my goblin dance to him. Here we are. Goblin bow. Or bow. Bow or bow? Nothing. Let's try talking. Who are you? A surface dweller has come to the mine. Let's do the bow. Oh! Mystig understands the ancient greeting. Very good. That means that he knows that I'm not here to cause harm. So, did you break into the castle? Well, he did, but it was an accident. Well, that's good. He was following a seam of iron, and it took him through the walls. So they patched it up, and they ran away. Because goblins put their heads in the sand when they hit problems. They didn't mean any harm. Well, that's good. Very good to know. Well, at this point, we're going to follow Mystig all the way back to the damage that he caused, or him and his miners caused, and we'll go and talk to Duke Horatio and Sigmund and let him know that actually this was caused by goblins, but it was a mistake. It was not malicious. So Sigmund thinks this was the goblins trying to be nasty, but it seems that it wasn't. It was just a goblin mistake. What will he think about that? Why does Sigmund think this is so much to do with goblins trying to fight against the humans? Well, let's open up that door that keeps shutting and tell Duke Horatio what we've found. We've made contact with the cave goblins, but they broke in by accident, and Sigmund says, "Whoa, you believe them, do you?" Well, they seemed friendlier, that's true, and they didn't steal anything. But Duke Horatio says, well, something was taken. It was some silverware, and unless it is returned, there will be big problems. Well, that's awfully strange, Sigmund, because nothing looked like it was malicious about this attempt so far. Well, let's just pickpocket Sigmund here, and we've got a key, and let's go into his room and see what he is concealing within his chest. Aha! a set of humans against the monsters cult robes. Clearly this is why he hates goblins so much. He's part of Ham. Not good. Let's go tell Horatio. Horatio will be very disappointed with Sigmund. Did you know Sigmund was a member of Ham? Well, he did have his suspicions. Didn't we all? That's what I say. Didn't we all? It's not against the rules, so well, let's try and use this new evidence to figure out where that piece of silverware may be. Now, there is a Ham hideout around here in Lumbridge. So let's try going to the Ham hideout. Now, where is it? I seem to remember it's north of here somewhere. Is it in there? There's a trapdoor in there. I think it might be in there. I seem to remember it being further north. I don't see it. No, maybe it's this building here. I think it might be here. What does it conceal? There's a trapdoor. So it's probably here. Trapdoor. Let's go in. And nope. Nope, this is not to do with Ham. I don't see any magenta coloured robes. So this can't be right. This looks more like the Thieving Guild, I think. So, no. Let's head back up to the land and find this Ham hideout. Okay, aha. The old mine entrance. There it is, and that's why I have my lockpicks with me, so that I can open up this entrance. So I'll stand here, and I will continue to try to unlock this entrance. Like Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. But these cows are wondering what's going on. They want me to move along. Well, I can't seem to open this entrance. I'll keep trying. 50th time lucky? Finally we're in, and this looks like the Ham place. Lots of ham in here. Lumbridge silverware in a box in the Ham hideout. So clearly, Sigmund took that to frame the goblins and then hid it in the Ham hideout so that Duke Horatio would never find it. Well, I'm afraid, Sonny Jim, that we have spoiled your attempts here. Let's go back and tell Duke Horatio what's happened. He will no doubt be terribly disappointed with Sigmund. I would be absolutely furious with him. Well, back to the castle, up the stairs, and let's see what Dukey has to say about this. Somebody may want to call in the pest control for Lumbridge Castle. There's an awful lot of creepy crawlies flapping around there. Right, Duke Horatio, let's see what you've got to say about this. Well, we found the missing silverware in the Ham cave, and then Duke Horatio instantly accuses Sigmund, who says, well, no, it was the goblins. But Duke Horatio will not have the wool pulled over his eyes. He knows this was Sigmund. Sigmund says, well, it was for the best. But Duke says, no, it was ill-advised. You tried to cause an act of aggression against the goblins that were not doing any harm. Let's pass a peace treaty to these lovely goblins to let them know that we will cause them no harm. And we were falsely accusing them of causing this stirrup. So let's go back and let them know that actually everything's going to be just fine. We apologise, and that it was all Sigmund's fault. Back down the trapdoor, past these bugs that are running around on the ground. Jump back through that little hole. And then hopefully, yep, Kazgar will guide me through this nasty cave so I don't need to take that crazy path again. Okay, and there's Mistig. Let's talk to Mistig and just say, look what's happened here. Okay, the peace treaty is here. And Mistig is happy to hear we will not be invading. Thank goodness for that. So Urtag, the headman, has been invited to come and meet Duke Horatio. And they're going to sign the peace treaty in Lumbridge Castle, which is just great. Welcome, Urtag. I am sorry that your race came under suspicion. I assure you that the warmongering element has been dealt with. The goblin apologises for the damage to your cellar and says I'll fix it, but Duke Horatio wants it to remain open as a pathway between worlds, or at least civilizations. And they're both thanking me for basically being the peacemaker here between these two. But Duke Sigmund is at the door in his ham robes. Prattle on, goblin. Soon you will be destroyed. Oh dear. Well, there we go. But we can see that this is going somewhere. Sigmund is going to cause a problem, but we solved the mystery. We've got a quest point, a bit of mining XP, Ring of Life, and a couple of treasure hunter keys. So, well, why don't we have a look? We got our Ring of Life. That's very nice. Let's go and see what we get in the treasure hunter then. See if we get something nice for completing that quest. We got a small bubbling lamp, fab, and a small celebration lamp. Not so great. Well, that is the end of the Lost Tribe quest. I hope you enjoyed the story. I actually did. It was relatively fun. And please let me know if you enjoyed it, and I'll do more of these in the future. If you subscribe, it would help me out. And please like it. Please leave comments below, and let's say hi. Take care. Bye-bye. Bing.